Welcome to another episode of Two Old Men in Chairs. I'm Corrin Strong.
I'm Howard Appel.
And we're going to continue with another new artist that was recommended by one of our viewers, or a number of our viewers. This gentleman's name is Topher. Again, I don't know anything about him, except it tells on the screen that he's a military veteran. And there's a second gentleman on the wrapping here who's also a military veteran. And there's also a lady singing a background song, and I didn't catch her name either. But we'll put that information in the description. But anyway, as you can see on your screen here, Howard, they had a song called The Patriot, which came out on January 6th. That seems like a familiar date, 2021. And 2 weeks later, it was removed from all streaming services without explanation. Well, I think we probably know why it was taken down. It was too patriotic, or it might have criticized the new regime that took office about that time. So anyway, I've seen it once, I think. Howard has never seen it, so we're almost doing a first-time reaction, half a first-time reaction anyway.
Tens of thousands on my right, thousands by my side. War between good and evil, watching our fists collide. Battle for our freedom now, to the streets we ride. Flags waving all around, pages full of pride. This is where we make a stand, no more give or take. March around the Capitol, storm the city gates. Putting pressure on their necks until the truth breaks. All walls of corruption, take out all the snakes. Star Spangled Banner, got it playing loud and proud. People from all walks of life filling up the crowd. Defend the Constitution, many warriors survive. Casting down any among us who have bucked and cowed. Enough with tyranny, we come to take our country back. For all citizens, white, red, brown, or black.
Okay. So, isn't that great, to see two black veterans, I think, with the flags and feeling very patriotic and saying, hey, we're all in this together, brown, black, white, whatever. A really powerful message.
Well, you hear the phrase, take the country back, it makes the left shake in their shoes.
Yeah, and right after January 6th, you can understand they were extremely nervous about that type of a message. And in fact, they were mainly concerned with erecting barbed wire around the Capitol for the inauguration, bringing in the National Guard units from all across the country to protect the usurper.
Who have bucked and cowed. Enough with tyranny, we come to take our country back. For all citizens, white, red, brown, or black. Return her to a form of glory, fix their bloody crack on the crown. Fetch it down, it's going down. My mama told me, yeah, she warned me that this day would come. I'm like my father, go to combat with the blazing guns. I survived that, then I came back to the place I'm from to face off all these haters and the battle in the place I love. You can't break me down, I'm indivisible. You still see my raps if I was invisible. But I'm standing tall, and I spit the truth. So you all appalled, cause you know it's true. They call it freedom cause the fallen troops pay for this. I love this country, doesn't matter how much hate I get. I take my colors in the battle, ain't no wavering. Cause this is for my warriors who marching to the cadences.
It goes by fast, but...
Well, we're hearing an old-fashioned kind of patriotism here, and there's a population of these retired veterans. They represent, if anything, a buffer to the loss of our individual liberties, I believe.
Yeah, in fact, very similar to Mises in the attitude, and I don't know, it looked like that might have been Mises that did a cameo there. Did you notice?
I didn't catch that.
The guy with the long beard, I thought that might have been Mises, but it wasn't. It looked a lot like him. Just a very, very strong statement of patriotism and believing in, the fundamental values of the country. And
not climate change. No.
No, not Not the things we were just talking about, white privilege and
And
there's not
CRT.
much white privilege out in the battlefield either. You're just as likely to get shot or blown up by a bomb or whatever when you're out there, representing your country. The bullets don't know skin color either. I mean, you could say, well, maybe in some cases, certain races might be more likely to, but in a volunteer army, that's by choice these days, pretty much. So anyway, that background, the girl singing there seems like an Irish type of song, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's an old-fashioned.
It's a British Isles feel. Yeah.
British Isles type. I mean, the words are not really American.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an American folk song. It's more like a British Isles folk song.
Cause this is for my warriors who marching to the cadences. This is for the sisters working hard on the ship. This is for the brothers getting y'all doctorate. Fathers, yeah, taking y'all on the ship. Baby, tell me why it's off of the Patriot.
Yeah, it's really suspicious, isn't it, that all the streaming service took it all down at the same time?
Of course, it's
Which is anyone surprised by that?
I would have been surprised 5 years before. I mean,
5 years ago,
yeah,
but not now.
not anymore. No.
Not anymore,
Things
because
have
they
changed.
obviously act in concert to censor anything that goes against the narrative. And these fellows,
And a message like this,
being black,
yeah,
and being patriots.
yeah. I mean, here's
That's against the narrative right there. Blacks are supposed to be underprivileged and rioting and against the government and against, white America.
Yeah. Well, this man obviously joined the military, served his country, and he came out and his ideals are untarnished. He still believes that stuff, and that's beautiful.
Yeah. And there's probably millions of them or hundreds of thousands like him, that have served in the last 20 years in Afghanistan and other places, Iraq and around the world. Unfortunately, so many of them, when they come back, they have a hard time reassimilating into society, and they're homeless, and drug abuse is a problem, and suicide is the big problem, with so many of our veterans. So it's good to see these guys, who are presenting a really positive role model of what a veteran can do.
It makes you feel good to know those guys are still out there.
Yeah.